everybody out there on YouTube. So Danny G coming here with Coach Trev, and we're just going to get down to some business right now, talking about placenta and injectable placenta implants. Okay, so there's a lot of muddy waters out there when people are talking about the placenta and stem cells and what's what and things. Like, people are saying that these placenta implants are stem cells and things. We're just going to get to the facts about some of this. I'm going to teach you what I've learned. So we all did these stem cell injections, my wife, me, Coach Trev, and I was the first one to go. Okay, and the hardest part about it is they take this stuff, they mix it with a solution. It comes in a little powder, because basically what it is it's a donated placenta that's been screened, okay, from before it came out, after it came out. Third party has screening has taken place with the placentas. They've been deemed to be free of all diseases and anything that can basically hurt you, genetic information that's bad. And they manage it, they dry it out, and they grind it up, and then they mix it up, and then they inject it into a massive needle. And it's not a good party, to be completely honest. But the reason why people are doing these, well, we're going to get that in a minute, but let's just tell you what happened. Okay, so after we inject this stuff, the doctor told me, he said, well, Daniel, I said, what's going to happen with this stuff? He said, Dan, there's a chance that you can have some type of an immune response. I'm like, I thought this was like a booster. It's a good thing. Like, it's gonna, make me have energy and stuff. He's like, yes, that's, it's a booster, but it's also, you might be having some sort of immune response to it, like with some chills and some fever. And guess what happened? Exactly that. So I dealt with about, the first night I sweat out the sheets like crazy. I was thinking maybe the Trembolone I was taking or something with some of that, but it was intense, and it was really cold. I had to have a couple hot showers out of nowhere and stuff. But the tricky thing, or the eerie thing, was I felt good. It wasn't like, when this happens when you're starting to be sick and you're waiting for the ceiling to drop on you, you're gonna be in bed for 3 or 4 days, like body aches and stuff. That's what it feels like. It's like before the body aches, when you're getting the chills, but it didn't go anywhere. I just had to do that for a couple days. And I guess my immune system realized that the foreign bodies or whatever weren't going to actually harm me, and they stopped. Okay, so I still had these lumps in my stomach, and I was like, oh, did I just pay for some hernia bumps, or what is this? And it was stressing me out because I don't like any bumps in my stomach. And they went away. Okay, it took a good 2 weeks plus or whatever, but they're gone. And I was like, what did I do all this for? Why did I have to have the chills? And how does this immune response happen? What are these things that are being injected in me? And me and Trev got into it, and I'm just gonna let Trev break it down, because he knows, he's got it covered on, all about what's going on when you're injecting this placenta stuff. So Trev, take it away, bro.
I thought the same thing. I mean, we're all learning it kind of together. And they say it's an immune booster and it's a stem cell booster, but how is it doing this? That's the biggest question that we ask. And so the first part is the immune response that he's talking about. Your body thinking a foreign pathogen has now entered your body, because you're putting this compound or the substance literally implanted into your body. So it's just like a kidney transplant. Sometimes your body rejects the kidney transplant and goes and attacks it because it sends the foreign pathogen is what it thinks, even though it's just a kidney. So they have to give you immune suppressants so that doesn't happen. Well, this is at a much smaller level. So when they give this to you, your body doesn't know what it is yet. You just added a foreign body. It's like a spaceship landing here, and we don't know what to do yet. So they go and figure this out. They send the white blood cells and everything, and you start having this immune response just in case it is bacteria or something bad, viral. And the immune response is just as if you were to get sick. You can get the fevers, you get the adverse reactions like fevers, the chills, you start sweating, your temperature goes up. Anything from being tired, because your body, when you're tired, you go into that sleep, your body's able to fight things much better in your sleep, just like trying to grow and repair. And your sleep is when all this stuff happens. So it puts your body in that kind of state, like you're sick. And as you know, with most bacteria and viruses, none of these, for the most part, in general sense, most bacteria strains or viruses don't just make your temperature go up for no reason. They don't give you a runny nose. That's your body's immune response to get rid of bacteria. You start getting a runny nose and coughing, phlegm, to get rid of all this stuff from your body. Your body's trying to purge it. Same with the fevers. It's heating up your body. That's what an immune response is. So when you get that, yeah, you're getting a very weak immune response for the first few days because there's a foreign pathogen, and then for one of many reasons that it stops is one, your body figures out, okay, it's nothing else more than, you know, these things. It can pull apart the growth factors and whatnot from it and break this stuff down now, because it's kind of like a sterile abscess where there's no infection, but all the white blood cells go and surround this stuff. But instead of just sitting there, it's prying them apart because it can use a lot of this, and it's fully biodegradable. It's just going to break down. It's not like an oil solution from an injection that can just sit there and then all these white blood cells accumulate and get stuck. So aside from now the immune response from these things, what can they do? What do they do? Why do they call them a booster per se? Is there's no stem cells in these things. Now I've seen a bunch of places where they say, oh, there's X amount of stem cells in there. It's impossible. The stem cells wouldn't even be alive the way these things are made, and they're dried out, and they're, you know, under those conditions, stem cells only live 3 days roughly before they're dying off the first day. So there's no stem cells in there. So that's a complete myth. If you hear people doing that, they're probably just trying to sell you a fake dream kind of deal. The other part to it is what it does have, and this is why people eat them. They've been doing experiments with sheep placenta implants and things like this. What it does have are certain hormones. It has, pretty much an unlimited variety of growth factors, and then immune cells. So it has immune molecules, sorry. So these, from the growth factors part, when you hear these implants can fix your skin, they can regenerate tissue, they can fix people with depression or energy problems, teeth whitening. There's so many different things, because all these different, skin whitening, sorry, because all those growth factors in there is from that placenta. All those growth factors are the same growth factors in your body. It's literally limitless growth factors. Your body has a number of these for every organ, for every tissue. These growth factors is what's telling the signal for repair. So when they say liver damage, it actually helps you regenerate liver tissue, just like a stem cell says. But the reason why is because this is now the growth factor that's doing that. The stem cell itself will get called upon from these growth factors, but those growth factors tell your body to heal, to regenerate, and to do this. That's what its function is.
Okay, so just so I understand, and everybody else understands too, so like the growth factors and all the beauty stuff that's put in the placenta is kind of like the map, or it's like the signalers, or it's the people telling the stem cells what to do, right? So it's like it's helping the stem cells do what they're meant to do better. Like it's like the placenta is like the shell of the baby. It's like the tent that feeds. It's got all the information, all the growth factors and the immune molecules and all of the the different signalers, more or less, that help get the job done. So but it's the stem cells that are actually helping repair everything.
That's the food, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, the stem cells would be the food, I guess, the building blocks, and then the growth factors are what's telling it where to go, what to do, what to repair. And your body, that's why you do a PRP. When you're doing site injections with stem cells, like when they did the knee, they shoot PRP, the platelet-enriched plasma. And what that is your body, to that, it causes inflammation. Therefore, your body releases the growth factors in that specific area. So the growth factors responsible in that area for repair get signal from your brain, and then those stem cells go to that area. So with the placenta, you're getting these exogenous growth factors already there. And when you implant it or inject it subcutaneous, it goes systemic. So then you get all these growth factors that literally can do all these processes. So it's like a giant PRP shot in a sense for your entire body. So if you have heart damage, liver damage, you're getting more of the signalers or more.
That's why it's a booster.
So yeah, that's why it's more of a booster. You're getting the signalers for all these things. It's the hormones. It's very easy to kind of compare it to giving a hormone shot or a testosterone shot kind of deal, because you're sending that signaler. So that's what that is. Then the immune cell, the immune molecules from this too increase. Those are basically free food for your immune system as well. So that, in a nutshell, is what these are.
Great. So you have an excess of things that you need for your body to succeed, and then your stem cells go right along with it. Okay, it's kind of, they're all both fueling into each other to help you get a better experience from your stem cells.
Yep.
Great. Okay, so I'm glad that we had that conversation, because now I'm a little more clear on it. And when you guys need some questions answered, you can just call up Coach Trev at home. He'll pick up the phone any time of the day and sort you guys out. No, but honestly, all the information is going to be in the description, how you guys can get a hold of us. And look forward to answering your questions in the future. Anything that you need to know about stem cells, HGH, how to use effective compounds to get what you want out of your body and live a happy, healthy life for as long as you possibly can, get a hold of us. All right, adios. Hey guys, for more informational videos discussing effective mesenchymal stem cell therapies here in Mexico, please go ahead and like the video and subscribe for future videos. Regenerative.com, longevity and quality of life specialists.